Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It is opening round time, and I hope you are ready for it. Quick shout out. I've updated this. The missus is on holiday. We, next week, will pretty much be live all week, and potentially tomorrow, Sunday, the day before my birthday. Yes, I am hitting the big 30. That is disgusting. I know I don't look a day over 18. I know. I'll take the plaudits, thank you very much. We're potentially going to be streaming the main account as well on a live. So come back tomorrow as we potentially do live stream final round for the main account. But for now, we're here for the free-to-play account. The free-to-play, which has Pierre Gasly, unlike the main account this week. So we've got a very strong chance. Let's get some coins in the bank because we can never have enough coins. 117k. I've got my coffee. Other coffee outlets are available, but we are using our chosen one. This is going to fuel our point scoring this weekend. Make sure, if you haven't already, check out the strategy guide which was released yesterday. Let's show you our car. Let's show you our parts, if I get my words out, and let's get into it. Pierre Gasly and Sergio Perez are our two drivers this weekend. We're running a team score of 1445, and the car, while course so close to getting upgraded, just not happened, and that is what we're running. So we're hoping for some decent points. 40 plus is the consistent approach. That is what we want to do. We have got a gold crate to open, 2 flags. I'm not going to fill the flags. Let's get the crate open though. Can we get wild core before we start? It's the only time I want wild core. Oh no, he's back. Hulkenberg is well and truly back. But let's get into it. The Lunar New Year event. Let's get racing. It is race number 1. It is one of my favourite tracks. It is Brazil. So here we go. Real player time. That's all we tend to get on this account because we are probably where a lot of team scores are. We're definitely in that 10% range of probably most of the population of F1 Clash. But where are we going to qualify? It is going to be P11 and P14. Interesting. So, we're going to go softs for Gasly, and we are going to have to use a bit of race start, so firework. Now, Perez, I'm going to use SAR. We're going to disappoint off the start, but we're going to be quick later on in the race. That is why I am prioritising a 5 medium, 4 medium. We've got real player, so we'll wait for them to ready up. And hopefully 40 plus points. The Lunar New Year weekend opening round opener. Here we go. We know we're going... Oh, it's a good start from Perez. That's not as bad as I thought. And let's see how we get on. Perez has made a great start around the outside. And he's actually making positions. Gasly is the car that we needed to get the good start. And he's really struggled. He's down to P12. Just moving through positions now. He's Perez on the back of Charles Leclerc. Makes good moves there. And he's at the back of now Red Bull and Norris. So up to P6 as Stroll. Gives us some money. 50 quid. Let me past. All right, see you later. Perez is in P7. And Gasly has ran out of gas because he is well and truly struggling early on in this race. Especially when he's got to do another stop. That's what I do not like about this. We really needed that epic start from the man himself. But it's not over until it's over. We're up to P10. We'll make that P9. Here we go. Gasly's found the gas pedal. He's found his male parts. And he's now able to attack. We've got Perez up front. And there comes Gasly again. Gasly flying now. Perez right on 5-lap territory. And he's going to make a move into P6. This is okay now. This is turning out a little bit better. Let's push hard with Perez. Getting past, or Gasly even, getting past Perez. Like so. Team orders, multi-21 Gasly. Thank you very much. You should know that's what Red Bull do in the past. And now Gasly coming into pit for his first out of 2 stops up the hill. And he will now pit. Perez, still bang on 40%. We can't really push him. But when you've got an as a WF1 car, you don't need to push. We're up to P4. Great move. Gasly coming out. Needs to get ahead of Piastri. He's got a Williams, a Sargent ahead of him. And not for much longer. P14. We've got the rival ahead using downforce, trying to manage their mediums as well. And Perez is looking good here. Gasly now past the rival as well. So he'll be in next lap. Let's get him on some mediums. Gasly goes through. So Gasly, rivals going 5. Tricky on them tyres by the look of it. But we've got a chance of good points. We're just timing it nicely with Gasly. He's got Fernando ahead, the Spanish magician. And he suddenly goes behind. Isn't it weird how the Aston Martin is green like the colour money? And Lance Stroll's dad owns it. I know, shocking. But Gasly up the hill. Perez is in from P4. He's going to be very quick now in this race based on the medium tyres. Gasly's going to get out ahead of Norris. He's going to make a move past Perez. These are crucial laps now as we look to push. We are into P4. Perez can now push as well. What do we got around us? A lot of pit stops still to happen. There is Stroll. We are past Stroll into P3. We've got Max Verstappen on the Red Bull ahead of us now. This is a crucial time of the race. Up the hill we go. Perez almost stopped. He's got Mr. Leclerc, who will partner Hamilton next year. And Perez is up to P3. That is what we wanted. Gasly's coming out on these soft tyres now. Expect him to light up the world. This is looking very nicely in race 1. Past the Ferrari ditch 2025 Carlos Sainz. And now into the Ferrari 2025 new driver of Lewis Hamilton. Can we get him? Carlos Sainz will be watching this with eager eyes as we come down the straight. We're into P2. Gasly is into P4. We have not got a lot of power unit. This might be our limit unless somebody pits. Verstappen out front on the hard tyres. Can we catch any more cars? Or will we just catch a cold in the weather that's currently in the UK? Gasly round the final corner, trying to get past Lando Norris. He's right behind him. We're going to boost into the first corner. And he's going to get him. We're into P number 3. Great move. And now it's all about, can we get 46 points? Can we get Sergio Perez chasing down the hard tyres? There's a chance here. If he makes the move up the inside now, he doesn't. Rival says, well done. I think that's going to be it. I don't think we're going to get the hard tyre. We go up the hill. And I don't think we're going to grab him. Good luck to the rival. Great race. We are P2 and P3. We'll take it on this account. Rival back in P10 and P15. We'll wish him good luck. But it is a decent start. It is 45 points to our opening round. Race number 1. So that was pretty successful. I am happy with that. Decent matchup, as you can see. A bit unfair on the rival, but we don't complain. We only complain against the higher ones because that's how it is. Drivers, level 7 for the rival, and more speed than cornering. Again, we repeat it every weekend. You need that cornering. G'day, mate. Welcome to race 2. That accent went down the pan a little bit, didn't it? We are at Australia. 10% chance of rain. This is going to be a tough track for our drivers. But let's see what happens if it rains. Small chance. A little bit of small chance. Let's see. Qualifying P12, P16. Remember, new layout at Australia. And we have got a wet start and into dry. Very interesting indeed. Firework goes on. And for Perez, let's give him a little bit of... I'm just going to save some stuff here. Ballast. Why not? Why not? So we're 2 minutes 25. We're probably going to be tough on this one. We're going to do this little trick to see what happens because we need a better start than last time. Real player like we normally do, and they get a great start as well. But so do we. We're up to P9 early on. Perez P16. He's not really moved forward. We're going to try and keep the momentum going with Gasly. Perez has now made 5 positions. Rivals push past on Street Shark, so fair play. And into this new layout of the track, we are going to conserve. Still 3 to 5 laps we can do. And even if the rival pushes past here, we're going to have to just... I mean, it's going to get chock-a-block. It is getting chock-a-block right now. We are going to be able to do 4 laps as we're going to just prioritise Perez over Gasly because he is the front running car at the moment and he's up to P7. Remember, half of the field in the wet pit lap 5, so they're actually going to probably look a little bit better in this race because they're going to manage the tyres pretty nicely. But as we come through, rival pushing again, getting through very easy past us. That's a bit frustrating. And Perez is going to, nearly launch past us. We're going to push again through this section because we're going to double stack. There's not a lot we can do here. We're going to try and get past. It's Carlos Sainz struggling a little bit. I mean, Gasly might now be our actually best bet of coming through the field. Come on. Team orders are officially looking broke because we now get past Gasly. So Gasly's got the better power unit and tyres at this point. That's why we are... How can the rival fly past us and we can't fly past them? Typical, right? I mean, the AI are going to be on prime time here because they're going to pit lap 5, which means they're going to be bang on for tyres. And you can see we're going to double stack because we cannot get past Carlos Sainz. Like, literally cannot get past Carlos Sainz. And we're going to have to go for wets again. Why can we not get past Carlos Sainz? Why are Ferrari getting rid of him? Look at this. Why can we not? Finally, we get past him. Oh my God, he's literally stuck to us. Like a seagull at the seaside trying to get some chips off a poor old lady. We are going to struggle in this race. We are going to have to double stack. This is the problem with a 4-4. We have just got no choice. All these AI, the chances are that they go 5 laps and then come out on dry tyres. Whereas we're going to probably need dry tyres. We double stack. We've got no help of that. Simply, we're going to lose out here. Very unlucky to get 10% chance of rain in the way we have. But Perez is out in P17. Very disappointing. You can see the rest of the field basically are probably going to struggle. But they're probably going to come back to us as we may need decent tyres at the end here. Perez P16, Gasly P14. Well, this is not the 40 points that we are going to get, that's for sure. Rivals out on mediums early on. They've took the gamble as a lot of the field now pits. Surely going to be for the dry tyres. Gasly moves himself up to P6. The only thing we can do here is keep pushing whilst everyone is on dry tyres. Pit, and hopefully that gap is sufficient. We are struggling on that power unit though. We always seem to struggle on the power unit. You can see all these cars struggling now. Our rival is on wets too. And this could actually balance out to a full wet race. This isn't going to be far off a full wet race. Because it's going down very slowly. It might just be the last lap where there is a bit of struggle. 46. Oh, this is going to be... I think its last lap's going to be dry. Could we pit on the last lap? We've got a good gap. I mean, it's pretty close. Do we just hang it in there? Perez trying to get through as well? Or do we make a quick pit stop? Oh, I think we're just going to have to risk it, I reckon. 29%. I think we're just going to have to risk this. Push. Let's just push. And just see what happens. Because we're going to get further back. We're not going to catch these because these are all on... Well, there's some wets and dries, actually. So that's not as bad as I thought. Perez is round in P8. Gasly has pulled a gap now to P4. So this is not as bad as we thought. At the moment, we're on 39 points. Can we get the moves to get us any more? We are right behind Carlos Sainz. It is starting to dry. It is about to go dry. And it's Carlos Sainz again, who is absolutely crumbling our race. Now it's going to go to dry. There's going to be, oh yeah, medium tyres are going to fly past us here, especially Gasly. We're pushing though to get past Sainz. We do get past Sainz. Gasly finishes P3. I think we're going to finish on 39, which is annoying. But we do. We do finish P8 and P3. You know what? Considering the weather, I am pretty happy with that. Rival coming home in 36 points as well. Wow, let's check out their strategy. Well, you can see they did gamble onto the mediums, but it looks like the wets were the prime strategy to do. Level 4, level 5, and pretty balanced car as well. Here we go, folks. We're off to Japan. Get your umbrellas out because there's another sprinkling of that wet stuff, which could help us. It could not. We'll find out. Race 3, Suzuka. Can we get... I mean, we were 1 point off 40 points last race. We're, again, P13, P15. What do we got? It's a dry race, but that is changing all the time. 1 minute, 56, 1 minute. This could be interesting. So, Pierre Gasly firework again. Sergio Perez, we're actually going to try, and we're going to give him a Merlion because we need him to have some speed. Prioritise the speed over the race start. It's a, what are we doing here? 3-4 and a 4-3, unless the wet stuff comes. A return to 40 points is what we need. Can we get it? Gasly, we're going to give the boost. We could get lucky with a start. Down the outside we go. And Mr. Pierre Gasly has moved in to P4. Beautiful. Not so beautiful for Mr. Sergio Perez because he is stuck down in P14. He's saying, as WF1, why did you start me on the hard tyres? Because they are slow, so slow. Well, if you didn't take the outside line in the hairpin, you might feel a little bit better, Sergio. And that is karma, Sergio is saying, for me giving him jip. But we're in P2. That is 23 points. That is magical. We have got Perez squeaking ahead of Ocon. And he's got the pain in the Haas. Kevin Magnussen ahead of him. Oh, and Ocon. I mean, it was short-lived. But Ocon now moves back ahead. What tyres is Ocon on? He's on the softs. We are mixing it with the soft runners at the moment. Expect us to go back. Yeah, back positions. Into the hairpin. It always gets chaos here. It all gets a bit bumper car, but we're still in P14. Who's out front? Who is dominating? It is Lewis Hamilton. Mr. Hamilton showing the Mercedes has pace. And he's going to go round to do 3 laps. Rivals looking after the power unit. And it's Carlos Sainz. I mean, the rival and Sainz is going to be our worst nightmare, surely, here, because we can never get past him. Carlos Sainz was the defender in Australia. But we're running out of firework. That's interesting. We're going to push Gasly to close the gap. We are going to try and just squeak ahead of the rival. And we can't. We're staying P13 for now. Gasly closing up on Lewis Hamilton, who's ran the softs for 3 laps. Maybe we could have got away with the softs, but I didn't want to risk it. And into the final straight for the 3rd time. Perez has Sainz ahead of him again. What have they done to Sainz? He is all over us all the time. Gasly already out in P4. Perez moving past Leclerc, who will get a kick up the backside from that pit exit. And we are in P3. So we've got a pit stop to come onto the medium tyres. We're just using a bit of power unit. Rain in 50 seconds. Rain in 50 seconds. I'm going to pick mediums because if this doesn't last that long, I am going to stay out. It is the sprinkle of the wet stuff all through today so far. And it's if only rains for a minute, we're going to stay out on mediums. So let's see what happens. We're going to risk it for a point. Not a biscuit. We don't want biscuits today. We want points. Into the pits we are. Rival into the pits. Pitting to wets early on. Interesting move. Let's see who's got it right and who's got it wrong. We kick out the pit exit. And for us, we don't kick past anybody. That's pretty standard, right? Gasly's P2. Well, how long does this wet stuff last? I've had a shower this morning already. I didn't fancy getting wet again. But Perez is into P11. He's going to try and get past the Haas. Only 50 seconds. That is what we said. So it's going to go up to about 50. And then it's going to get dry again. And then it's going to dry pretty quick. Kevin Magnussen staying ahead for now. We've not got a lot of power unit. That's the frustrating part. But we're going to get past that Haas and into P10. Few pit stops as well. They're all going to come out on the wets. So they're going to be pretty much quicker. I mean, Kevin Magnussen getting past us. He's on the softs. Fair enough. I won't slate him. Or Perez. A bit harsh if I do. Gasly is trying to close the gap. It is Lewis Hamilton still out front. Absolutely laughing at the field. We're back past Magnussen. Into the hairpin we go. It is raining. It is raining. Hamilton goes on. Hamilton with an absolute mad strategy here. We've got Perez in P9, now stuck behind Russell. It is drying on this last lap. We have got no power unit left. Kind of should have saved that. Kind of should have saved it. Perez attacking Russell. I mean, we didn't get that screenshot just right. We'll get it again. We'll get it again, folks. Don't worry. We've got action nearly on board here with Sergio Perez past Russell. We're in to P number 8. Oh, no, we're now down to P9. Oh, I spoke too soon. Oh, and now we're nearly back up to P8. Gasly, I forgot to push, but Hamilton is way clear. And it's going to be P2 for Gasly. Oh, we're on 39 points again. Now we're on 40. There's loads of cars running out. Can we get Russell to the finish line? Yes, we can! Boom! 42 out of nowhere. Go on, son. Oh, baby! 42 points. Get in. That wasn't expected as the tyres ran out for a few people as well. You can see the hards, wets as well. Gasly, Leclerc, Sainz all struggling. But that is a result. Hamilton and Sainz for the rival. Very decent car as well. I like that setup. So if you watch this video, Terry Brown, you're on the right direction. But we've got one race to go in this video. And that race comes from... yes. It is Singapore. But no rain this time. We are at race 4. Number 4. Wait, that's 3. 4. Hey, we got it. 4. Race 4. Singapore. Make sure you let me know down below how you found opening round so far as well. Keep me updated because I love hearing how you're improving. And this is a difficult matchup. We start P12, Perez out to P17. So we might run the soft and the soft here for both drivers. Let's find out. We're going to go Merlion for Gasly, and I'm thinking about, we need probably the same. I'm going to use the same. It is going to be a double Merlion, because why not? So, 222 is the order of the day here in Singapore. The lights go out, not quite literally, because we're being in the dark. But Pierre Gasly is expecting and hoping for a decent run up the inside. He has got double Ferrari. It's going to be Carlos Sainz again who's going to be battling us. But we are okay. And tell you what, Perez has got a fantastic start. He is in to P11. That doesn't help because, oh my God, the rival's just gone up the inside. I mean, Moses parted the seas. The rival came through and just laughed at us. I mean, they are doing 2 stops. We are doing, I mean, they're doing 1 stop, sorry. We get into the car park on the corner of exit there. Always a pain in the butt. And then we've got to push. So we're going to hold Perez and try and get past Sainz. It's always Sainz. Usually it's the Haas. But today it's Sainz. All the time. We're going to then push Gasly, create a gap here. We've got Perez ahead. Not for much longer. We also go past the rival who's doing that 1 stop, which is a good strategy around here. But I'm just going to test the 2 stop today from where we started. And you can see we're making good ground. We're making P6, make it P5. Verstappen doesn't know what he's doing because he's down in P5. And now we are quickly chasing hard. We've got Hamilton ahead. Can we get nice clean air into these last corners? Yes, we can. We need to pit. That usually helps. And P11 now. Good moves. It's all a bit of a chaos behind this rival because he's having a bit of a traffic jam. Gasly is in. We're going to come out of this traffic jam, hopefully, in a nice bit of clear air. We don't double stack. That's nice. And we are back out through Norris, quite literally. And can we get past the rival? Yes, we can. We are in to P6. So that is why a 2-stop does really work round here, if you can manage it right. You got the rival doing a 1-stop, meaning they can't push unless they do actually go 3 medium, 3 hard. But they've got to watch the servicing. And we are up to P5. Remember, we pitted not far behind the rival, and we are not far behind the rival already. But we're looking good. Gasly P5. P4 now, past Charles Leclerc. We're going to try and get past our opponent, and we do quite comfortably. They've gone mediums. That is a mistake because they will not be able to push that much. That is a mistake, I am telling you. So we're into P7. We're going to try and hold off on the servicing here because, I mean, we might service still. It's not going to cost us too much. I'd rather be safe than sorry. Perez is up to P6. Let's push him a little bit more. Let's actually service because I just don't want to risk it. It's only going to cost us a second or so. And Perez is up to P4 now. So we are pushing. We've got Gasly in the lead. And remember, the rival can't push that much because... Oh no, I haven't serviced with Perez. I don't want to change it now either. He's going to get a quick pit stop, Perez. Fair play. And we are going to double stack. No, we're not. We're beautifully timed pit crew, honestly. Gasly's out in P3. We're going to just hold fire now. P3 and P5. This is looking very nice. We're going to have to conserve a bit with Perez. Gasly is going to move into P2. And Perez is bang there. Is anyone else going to pit? Yes. Pierre Gasly out front is going to pit. No. So we are net P1 at the moment. Rival's going to struggle to push. We're just going to hold fire. This is looking tasty in race 4. We're just not even going to push. We're going to just hang out here. As Gasly is about to take the lead. Rival starts pushing. We're pushing as well. I mean, we're bang on servicing. It's going to be tight. But we want to get on the podium with Perez. And at the moment, that's looking a bit difficult. Let's push with Gasly now. We're into P3. But now we've got to watch the servicing because that is frightening. The rival is pushing hard to try and get past us. But we're holding them at bay and we should be able to hold them at bay with relatively low tyres for them. We've only got 9% power unit. Servicing. Get your words out, Az. But I think we're going to be okay. We're in some nice clean air. We've got a nice gap because P4 Hamilton is on the hards. And it is going to be a great way to finish this video. It's going to be a return against a higher team score rival with boosts. And we are going to take up a beautiful 46 points. Yes, 46 points. 1486 versus 1445. We'll take that all day long. So you can see that strategy. Perez started P17. And I tell you what, in Singapore, that is a result. It is P1 and P3. Gasly level 6, Verstappen level 5. And we've got in there decent setup by the rival. I like that. That's very much very steady as well. But beautiful result. Let's show you how we've got on so far after 4 races then. And then we'll be back tomorrow to show you the second 4 races of final round. But we've dropped 16 points so far. We are on 4 races, 172 points. Race number 2 let us down a little bit in Australia, but weather played a part there as well. But I am actually really happy with that. 45, 39, 42 and 46. This is not the lottery. This is my scores. So we will take that all day long. Make sure to comment below how you have found opening round, how many points you've got, and where you expect to finish. But for now, make sure to hit the like button. Make sure to subscribe. We'll see you next week for live streams. And maybe even tomorrow for a final round main account run through.